I think anytime you bring back the core of your infield, it definitely helps from a defensive perspective. And those middle spots are usually a couple leaders on the field, and it just kind of keeps everyone else together, especially when we have a young pitching staff this year, and then also potentially new people at the corners as well. They've really, helped maintain our solid infield as a core. And both of them are phenomenal players defensively, so it's always nice to have that comfort as a coach, knowing that any ball hit within their area usually will be taken care of. So. I mean, Deb's one of those lead by example type kids, and having her behind the plate again this year with two freshman pitchers, she's really given them a lot of comfort. They trust her. Any pitch that she calls, they know that she's calling it for a reason. She can kind of settle them down when they need it. She knows the ins and outs of all of our pitchers. So just having her behind the plate again is going to really help us, not only from a defensive perspective, but offensively. Deb's really worked on her swing, over these past 6 to 8 months, and I really hope for her to have, a breakout senior season. Kylie's been unbelievable. She is absolutely, from start of when she stepped on the campus last year till now, she's been a complete sponge for knowledge and has continued to improve her game all the way through. And she shared what she learned last year as a freshman, and she's really passed that on and kind of took the leadership role with our two freshmen and tried to provide them with as much knowledge that they need to be successful. And she is the leader of that group, and the other two, I think, really listen to her guidance and take her opinions and are rolling with them right now. So. Yeah, obviously it would be nice to have Sam back again, but she did have to graduate and go on to bigger and better things. But having both of them, I couldn't be happier. One story is when we were handing out uniforms in the fall, we asked Emily what number she wanted, and she kind of didn't have an idea, and I was like, well, what about 32? And she said, sure, who's that? And I was like, well, that was Sam's number the past 4 years. She's like, I'll take it. So the kid has that drive, determination. She is coming off a high school year where she won a state championship, so she's been in pressure situations. So we're looking for a lot of good things out of her. And then on the flip side, from Alyssa Eastman, the same thing. She comes from a solid high school program, lots of travel ball, and not only, they have their freshman woes that they learned from during fall ball, but, Eastman's got a lot stronger since fall. She's added some speed to her fastball, and I think, the duo of Kai, Maves, and Eastman is really going to be a solid one, and I look forward to seeing what they can accomplish on the mound this year. Well, our philosophy has always been, if you hit, you'll play. So with our infield right now, it's a matter of, who's going to get hot and who's going to stay hot. I know Lindsay Tasman is a freshman for us from Sparta, and she had a phenomenal fall, hit the ball extremely well, and we're looking for her to continue that moving into the spring. Lindsay Allen has worked very hard throughout the off season and in fall ball, and has really, made strides with her swing in that aspect of things as well. And Paige obviously is a junior coming back who's started most games in her freshman and sophomore year. So between the three of them, and once we get Haley Obitz healthy and back on track, there should be some good solid offensive production from our infield as a whole.